Hey guys, my name is Rob, welcome to Kinetic Rugby League. In this video, I'm going to be giving you my Warrington Wolves 2025 season preview. Let's get started. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the Warrington Wolves spine. I think a lot of people would agree that it's at least top 3. I have it as the second best spine in the competition. Matt Duffy at number 1. Man of Steel contender last season. I think take away the games that he was out. If he gets an injury-free season, he could be in with a shout of Man of Steel this season. And the way that he improved from 2023 to 2024 was massive. Obviously, would have been helped by Sam Burgess being there and helped by Martin Gleeson being part of the attacking structures, who has been labelled a genius by, I think it was George Williams. That then brings us on to George Williams, who I think is in the conversation for the best player in Super League. I think the best in Super League is Bevan French. I think George Williams is the best 6 in Super League, but I think Bevan French is the best player in Super League as a 6 or a 1, or even a winger, wherever you want to put him. But yeah, that's my thoughts there. And then, so I'll move on to Danny Walker first before I get into the halfback situation. Danny Walker, in my opinion right now, is the best hooker in Super League. Some people will say it's Clark. Some people might want to say it's Litton. Some people might want to say it's O'Neill. You can have that opinion. I just do think that Danny Walker is the best hooker in Super League right now. If I didn't mean it, I wouldn't say it. And I hope you guys know at this point that I wouldn't just say that for the sake of it. I hope you guys know that I'm not biased about stuff. But I do think one area where Warrington struggled, it's kind of going from the midpoint of the season going into the second half. I can't remember what situation happened, but Sam Powell was starting, and we were just so much slower in the forward pack. It took us too long to get into games. We're getting beaten through the middle. We were not quick enough, weren't creating enough opportunities until Danny Walker came on. I kept talking about this in my post-match reaction videos on TikTok after the Wire games. When we actually got back to Danny Walker starting, guess what happened? We were quicker through the middle. We were competing in the forwards again, creating more opportunities earlier on in the games. The value of Danny Walker is massive. So then moving on to the halfback situation. So of course Leon Hayes, I think he's going to be missing till about round 5 if I'm not mistaken. I could be incorrect there, but pretty sure Ollie Leyland will be starting as the number 7 for Warrington Wolves. In the 2 games he's played so far against Widnes and Lee, he's controlled the games extremely well. Looks comfortable with his kicking game, doesn't get flustered. If he's put under pressure, he's willing to run it. That's something we saw a lot for London Broncos as well, actually. He certainly improved as the season went on. He was second, I believe, overall for 40-20s. He was behind Danny Walker, actually. Danny Walker led the way in 40-20s last year. So 2 players to be able to provide that is huge. But Leyland, I think what he has over Leon Hayes at the moment is probably his run game. I think we all kind of hope, when we have a really short player in the team, we're hoping they're going to be moving around like prime Rob Burrow. That's what we hope for. Hayes doesn't really have that kind of speed and agility, but Leyland has that above Leon Hayes. He is looking to push us forwards, get us on the front foot, turn teams around and really get us pressed high up the field and pinning teams back. So I like that with Ollie Leyland. I would be surprised... I would be surprised if Ollie Leyland lost his spot due to performances. I can understand Leon Hayes getting games to build up his fitness and maybe giving Leyland some breaks here and there, or even giving Williams some breaks if needed for certain games. But we'll see. I do think Leyland could really keep the spot for the entire season. I really do. In the forward pack, I do have some concerns. Now, Paul Vaughan still being here, there was some potential that he wasn't going to be here. Some kind of rumours about spats with him and the head coach, but he's here and, has been smiling plenty in the training videos, so that's all right. James Harrison got a lot of praise last year, had a good start to the season. I'm still not sold on him, personally. Now, I think if he was at any other Super League club, I'd be saying real solid player, puts in a good shift, because he does. But I think I just hold Wire players to a higher standard being a Wire fan, that, yeah, I just want more from everyone, basically. And I don't know if there's enough from James Harrison yet. I feel like he gets stopped way too easily. Like, just way too easily. As soon as he hits the defence, he's done. He's stopped. That's a big problem for me. Luke Yates is kind of the same, works hard as well. He's similar to a Joe Philbin kind of player, where, you know, they run hard, they work hard, but they are stopped pretty much immediately. Zane Musgrove is somebody that can drag players, so I'm hoping he gets more game time. Max Wood is somebody that I think should be getting a lot more game time this year. And other players in the forwards. I would like to see Ben Curry as the 13 this year. What they plan to do, I don't know. If they plan to keep Ben Curry as the 13, that was the plan from the start, then he gets a preseason in that role and they'll develop as a unit with him there. And I think he can offer a hell of a lot there, which we saw when he shifted from second row to lock or loose forward. Lachlan Fitzgibbon, when he's fit and ready to go, is going to be vital again this year. Adam Holroyd had some incredible hits last season, put in a lot of great shifts, hoping to see a lot more of him. And Tom Whitehead is someone that I'm interested to see. I think we'll put him on a little bit as a prop, but I think he has real potential as a loose forward in the future. So if we can kind of, while he's malleable as a player, I would like to see him moulded into a top class 13 for when Ben Curry does move on eventually. So to look at a floor and a ceiling, I think the floor for me is probably 4th place. I can't see Warrington having to fight for a playoff spot. I think they'll be comfortable. Any lower than 4th place, I think, is a slight failed season. As long as they make playoffs, that's the first thing. But I think there's another strong Challenge Cup run in there. So I think 4th is about as low as it's going to be. Because there are some teams that have picked up. So St. Helens could push Warrington down. Salford could. And there's a few others we'll have to see how they get on throughout the year. But I think the ceiling for me is 1st place. With the quality throughout the squad, in the spine, in the forwards, in the backs, all around, and the ability to rotate, and the youth that's really pushing to come through. Kai Taylor-Ray, Alfie Johnson, we'll see how he goes. Aaron Lindup, Leon Hayes trying to get back into the team. And Max Wood, as I've mentioned. Maybe Luke Thomas as well. Adam Holroyd. There's plenty of youth that's really fighting for first team spots. So I think 1st place is a possibility. For quality and depth, you know, injuries could be a factor for a lot of teams. I think Warrington can make up for it. And the fact that Sam Burgess will have hopefully learned a lot from his first year going into this season. And Martin Gleeson is the attacking coach who gets a lot of praise from the Warrington players. He could hopefully elevate Warrington's attack going into this year as well. So that's my floor, that's my ceiling, and that's my Warrington season preview. So if you guys have any thoughts, do let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. It does help to get it out there to more people. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with more Rugby League content. And check out the Kinetic Rugby League website in the description down below. But that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.